What's worse, taking a risk and failing, or playing it safe and spending your whole life wondering what could have been. Every dream dies in the hands of fear, and every regret is born from the chances we never took. The truth is, regret lasts longer than failure. A failed risk hurts for a moment, but regret haunts you forever. So stop asking, what if I fall? And start asking, what if I fly? Because the greatest tragedy in life isn't losing, it's never trying. Remember this, risk is better than regret. Risk is better than regret, because regret doesn't fade, it festers. It stays with you like a ghost whispering, what if, every time you see someone living the life you once dreamed of. You can recover from failure, but you can never recover from the life you never lived. Playing it safe might protect you from pain, but it also protects you from growth, adventure, and greatness. The truth is, safety kills more dreams than failure ever will. The world doesn't reward the cautious, it rewards the courageous. Every person you admire, every success story you know, was built on a foundation of risk. They stepped into the unknown when everything inside them screamed to stay comfortable. Because comfort is the enemy of progress. You can't climb mountains by clinging to the ground. You can't build a legacy by hiding behind fear. The people who achieve the extraordinary are not fearless. They simply choose risk over regret. They understand that comfort offers temporary peace, but risk offers permanent possibilities. Regret is a slow poison that seeps into your soul as you grow older. It starts as a quiet whisper, maybe next time. Then it becomes a sigh, it's too late now. And one day, it turns into a silent scream inside your heart. The realization that the chance you didn't take could have changed everything. The older you get, the more you'll realize that the biggest risks in life are not the ones you took, but the ones you avoided. Playing it safe may keep you alive, but it won't make you feel alive. Life is not meant to be lived behind the walls of fear. It's meant to be explored, tested, stretched. You were not born to exist. You were born to expand, and expansion always demands risk. Every great invention, every powerful business, every masterpiece, every revolution, all began with someone who took a risk. Someone who said, I might fail, but I'll try anyway. Because that's where true living begins, beyond the line of comfort. Failure hurts for a season, but regret hurts for eternity. When you fail, you learn. When you regret, you rot. When you take a risk, you either win or grow. When you avoid risk, you shrink. The richest experiences, the deepest love, the greatest success, they all live on the other side of risk. Playing it safe is like living half a life. You breathe, but you don't feel alive. You move, but you never arrive. You dream, but never do. You talk about what could be, but never see what is possible. Life's biggest tragedy isn't dying. It's dying with your potential still locked inside you. Regret is the sound of unused potential echoing in the silence of your comfort zone. People often say, what if I fail? But what if you succeed? What if the risk you fear the most is the very one that sets you free? What if everything you've ever wanted is waiting just beyond that leap? The truth is, risk is never as dangerous as regret, because risk is temporary. Regret is permanent. Risk comes with lessons, with stories, with growth. Regret comes with nothing but emptiness. You can rebuild after a risk. You cannot rebuild wasted time. The comfort zone feels safe, but it's a slow death disguised as peace. It's where dreams go to suffocate under the weight of maybe someday. The world belongs to the doers, not the dreamers. Dreams are cheap, actions are priceless. Taking risks doesn't mean being reckless. It means trusting yourself enough to move forward even when you're scared. It's about betting on your future rather than hiding behind your fears. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't intelligence, talent, or luck. It's courage. The courage to take risks when no one believes, the courage to fall and rise again, the courage to start when the odds are against you. Playing it safe guarantees nothing but mediocrity, but taking risks opens doors you never knew existed. Every time you take a risk, you expand your limits. You learn what you're made of. You grow thicker skin, sharper instincts, and stronger faith. Risk is not about danger, it's about discovery. It's how you discover who you really are, what you truly value, and how deeply you want it. Regret doesn't teach and it torments. It waits until it's too late to remind you that you had the power to choose differently. It waits until the moment is gone to whisper, "You should have tried." And that whisper becomes a weight that follows you everywhere. Risk gives you memories. Regret gives you misery. The road of risk is paved with failure, yes, but also with lessons, resilience, and wisdom. The road of regret is smooth, quiet, and empty. It's the road where nothing happens because you never dared to begin. You cannot grow if you're always trying to stay safe. You cannot rise while clinging to stability. The universe rewards movement, not hesitation. When you move, when you act, when you take that chance, you set forces in motion that begin to align with your intention. You attract opportunities because you're in motion. Risk ignites momentum. Regret freezes it. The people who live the fullest lives aren't the ones who avoided risk. They're the ones who learned to dance with it. They embraced uncertainty, knowing that safety would never satisfy the hunger of their soul. Life without risk is predictable, and predictability is the death of passion. Without risk, there's no discovery, no adventure, no transformation. The greatest stories ever told are not about those who played it safe, but about those who risked it all for a dream bigger than their fear. Risk means vulnerability, yes, but vulnerability is the birthplace of strength. You can't become strong while hiding from the battle. You can't build resilience without falling a few times. Every fall, every failure, every setback is a seed for a comeback. Taking risks teaches you to trust yourself, to build confidence in uncertainty. Every time you leap, even when you fall, you grow wings. But regret teaches you nothing. It only reminds you of your cage. You can choose the pain of risk now or the pain of regret later. One is sharp and temporary. The other is dull and eternal. One helps you evolve. The other slowly erases your spirit. Every decision carries risk. Even doing nothing is a risk. The risk of not speaking, not acting, not changing. It all leads to regret. Playing it safe is an illusion. You can lose everything even when you do everything right. So why not lose while trying for something that matters? At least then your story will mean something. The person who risks failure will one day stand where others only dreamed of being. The person who fears failure will stand still forever. Fear doesn't protect you. It imprisons you. You can spend your life building walls around your comfort zone, but one day you'll realize those walls also blocked your growth. The truth is, courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision that something else matters more than fear. And that something is your purpose, your potential, your destiny. You weren't born to survive. You were born to soar, but wings don't work if you refuse to jump. Stop waiting for certainty. It will never come. Stop waiting for perfect timing. It doesn't exist. The only perfect time is now. Every day you hesitate, your dreams fade a little more. Every maybe later becomes never. So take that step. Start that business. Tell that person how you feel. Move to that city. Write that book. Begin that journey. Do it scared, do it uncertain, do it imperfect, but do it, because the regret of inaction will crush you more than the pain of failure ever will. One day, when you're old, you won't remember the risks that didn't work out. You'll remember the ones you never took. You'll think about the love you didn't pursue, the idea you didn't chase, the voice you silenced out of fear. Don't let your life become a museum of missed chances. Don't let comfort be the thief of your calling. Risk is the heartbeat of progress. Regret is the heartbeat of stagnation. Choose the one that makes you come alive. You don't have to know how it will end. You just have to begin. Because once you do, you'll realize that failure doesn't break you. It builds you. Every risk brings growth, and every risk survived brings power. The pain of failure fades, but the strength it leaves stays forever. And that strength becomes the foundation for everything greater that comes after. So the next time fear whispers, "What if you fail?" answer back, "What if I succeed?" The next time doubt says, "It's too risky," remind yourself that living in regret is riskier. The next time comfort tempts you to settle, ask yourself if you're okay with dying without ever knowing your full potential. Life is too short to wonder what could have been. Risk is the price you pay for a life without regret. Every great life begins with a brave decision. Don't trade your potential for safety. Don't trade your dream for doubt. Don't trade your courage for comfort. Risk is not your enemy. Fear of regret is. So step out, leap forward, and trust that you'll either find solid ground or learn to fly. Because at the end of your story, you'll never regret the chances you took, only the ones you didn't. Risk is better than regret. Always.